Hello, my name is Tyler Fuller, and I will be doing this week's news presentation. The topic of this week was ethics and making ethical decisions, and the article that I'm doing this presentation on is titled, "Why It's So Hard to Train Someone to Make an Ethical Decision." The article basically summarizes the differences between training and making decisions in the workplace. It breaks down three main reasons why it's so hard to train someone and the differences between the two. So the first one is identifying the ethical dilemma. In training, the ethical dilemma is going to be written out. You're going to see it. You're going to know what it is. It's going to be very clear. But in the workplace, you're going to have to define that dilemma yourself. It's not always going to be very clear. You actually have to think about it. Sometimes it doesn't even appear that it is an ethical decision, but it can be. The second point is that there are different points of views and different judgments. In training, you're going to consider other judgments, other points of views, because that's what training's for. It's to help you see other people's points of views and make your decisions based on them. But in the workplace, you might not always see other people's points of views, or you might not always make yours known. For example, if your superior thinks one thing and you disagree, you don't think it's right, but because he's your superior, you may not want to disagree with him because it could cause bad relationship, can cause conflict in the workplace. So that's something to take into account while making ethical decisions, something that's different between training and in the workplace. The third is the length of the decision. In training, you're going to have a set amount of time, and it's not going to be short. It's going to be however long the training session is to make that decision. But in the workplace, you may have to make a decision in a split second, in a moment. And in a moment's time, you can't think out all of the consequences and everything that goes into a decision. But in training, you can. You'll have enough time to think out everything. So what you need to do is you need to, in a moment, think about as much as you can, but you need to keep in mind that you're not always going to be able to make the same decision in present time as you were in training. This is a very good article for this week. It goes along very well with the topic because the topic is about training us to make ethical decisions, and this article is about the differences. It outlines differences that you need to think about while making decisions. If you think about these differences and are mindful of them while making decisions in the workplace and as a leader, it's going to help you make better decisions because you know the differences and you know how to correctly apply your training to the workplace. That's all. Thank you.